My name is Debra Carroll. What brought me to Dr. Berg was that I was a wreck. I was just fatigued, in a lot of pain, gaining weight. Couldn't understand why, because I was exercising and doing what I thought was the right things. And I'd been to several doctors, and they couldn't pinpoint what was wrong with me, but they were willing to put me on drugs, which I wasn't going to take. And I had heard about Dr. Berg and that he used different alternative methods, which I was interested in because I like natural medicine. And I heard an advertisement about, it was like a workshop he was doing. And so I came to the workshop and saw him, made an appointment to come see him. And what was incredible to me was like the first time I saw him, he was able to pinpoint exactly what was wrong with me and gave me a treatment, and I had relief that I hadn't had in years. I hadn't slept through the night in 2 or 3 years, and it was the best sleep I'd had. As far as my healing process, I'm losing weight now. I'm sleeping. I'm not having the severe pains that I was having, and I'm learning how to eat the right way, and it's just making such a difference in my life. And I'm just eternally grateful to him. He's changed my life. He's given me back my life. I was also going through some severe depression that I didn't realize that I was going through. I knew something was wrong. Aside from the pain, I had lost my mother and had gone through very serious divorce back to back. And I didn't realize, as I've now learned, that stress is an accumulative thing. And so I was holding in a lot of stress, which was in turn turning into, physical pains and anxiety. I had very severe acid reflux. And so I had all these things going on with me. I thought I was having heart attacks every time I would have, an event, and I didn't even know what was going on with me. But there again, Dr. Berg was able to share with me what was happening to my body, the fact that I did have a lot of stress that had accumulated in my body over the years, and also he found a thing that I hadn't even thought about. He asked me one day, he said, "Did you ever have an injury where you hurt either the bottom of your spine?" And I thought back, and it was years ago that I had had a fall off of a ladder and fell right on the tailbone, and never thought about it because I didn't think it was serious. But I would always have some issues in the spine area and some pains, and I would go and get adjusted and things like that, but it was never really any relief. Well, he shared with me how also when you have accidents, that those injuries, if the energy from that is not released, that it can cause all kinds of problems. And so he did a treatment on me to treat that, and there again, to my amazement, was there just this release, this feeling in me that this tightness had just gone away that was always in my hip areas, in my lower hip area. And I mean, just pain that I just had gotten to a point where I was just getting used to it. I just accepted that this was the way it was going to be for the rest of my life. And that pain was going away. We're always skeptical when there's something new that we're not familiar with. And, I've looked at alternative therapies and things, but he was coming from an area that I'd never heard of before. So I was skeptical, but I did have an open mind. And so I was willing, when you're in pain, sometimes you're willing to try almost anything. And Dr. Berg's mannerism, he's such a calm person. He's very matter of fact, and you just feel like here's a guy who is not giving you a bunch of malarkey. He's talking straight, and he means what he says. He really cares about his patients, and that really meant something to me. I've never had a doctor who, especially on a first visit, I mean, really sat there and he talked to me for over an hour and a half, asking me questions. And I wasn't used to that. I was used to going in 15 minutes with a doctor and, they give you some lame excuse, want to give you a prescription and you're gone. But he sat there and he talked to me and he asked me things and he made me think. And he made me feel very comfortable to answer those questions. And it's just been great. People that know me know that I don't talk to you about anything that I don't believe in. And since I've been coming to him and his treatments have worked for me, that I can let people know that you can just come with an open mind and a willing spirit to listen to what he has to say. Even if you don't agree, try. You might just be surprised to find that you'll get the answer you've been looking for all along.